Hi, friends. Abhay Dandekar here from Trust Me, I Know What I'm Doing. Before we get started, just a quick reminder to hit that subscribe button and tap the alarm bell so you can never miss out on new episodes and content made just for you as we celebrate the vibrant global Indian and South Asian experience. Thanks.
There's a story on behind the every craft that what is showing. That's why I put the movement in the card.
You have such a large and growing following online. How do you balance the work that you do so that it is appealing to beginners and also to more advanced craft artists at the same time?
I decided that I will use simple and easy to available material so everyone can create after watching my videos. So everyone can enjoy and also try to make them by themselves. Hi, I'm Gayatri Chouhan. I'm an online craft artist, and this is Trust Me, I Know What I'm Doing.
My name is Abhay Dandekar, and I share conversations with talented and interesting individuals linked to the global Indian and South Asian community. It's informal and informative, adding insights to our evolving cultural expressions, where each person can proudly say, "Trust me, I know what I'm doing." Welcome, everybody, to this episode of Trust Me, I Know What I'm Doing. So, you can probably ask anyone who knows me well that while I certainly appreciate arts and crafting, I am not inclined, nor do I have any gift of making things. But maybe my knowledge, skills, and attitudes are about to change. So, Gayatri Chouhan is an online craft artist in India whose vibrant and terrific creations blend tradition with a fresh modern vibe. Her work harmonizes the simple and sophisticated and offers a compelling flair for crafters of all ages, and even those crafters who may not even yet know that they are craft artists in the making. Through her digital presence, she's inspired a growing community of makers to discover and rediscover the beauty in handmade art. And we're so grateful to share some time with her. Gayatri, thank you so much for joining Trust Me, I Know What I'm Doing this evening.
Hello. First of all, thank you to you. And let's start.
Excellent. So in thinking about all of this is certainly a journey for you. But so when do you first remember crafting?
So this is my childhood hobby. So whenever there's a vacation, I used to do crafting at home rather than playing outside with kids, like friends. And there's one day I was making a gift for my friend, watching a YouTube video, and it was not looking good. So I made it again and in my own way. And I showed to my brother that let's see, my one is better than the video. Then he said me that. You should also start a YouTube channel and post your videos on YouTube. So he helped me for the first video. And in starting, I was very shy. But after getting comments and likes, I get a little confident to post more content. Like this is how my journey started.
You know, after that first video, that second video, when did you start feeling more comfortable with this skill that it became a little bit easier to do?
When people are commenting me that they are waiting for my next videos and you are doing really great, then I
Yeah.
feel more confident to post more videos.
Yeah. So almost that idea that people are now maybe have an expectation that they want more videos from you.
Yes.
And that sort of fueled some of that confidence. In the beginning, at least, when it started becoming more popular, what did that feel like? Because in the beginning, it was just a hobby that you were doing as a child, and now this was growing and really helping people and giving something to look forward to for many people.
Yeah, I feel really good when people say that it's very a good craft. मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है ये सब कमेंट एंड पढ़ के और अच्छा बनाना। पहले तो मेरी हॉबी थी, अभी जैसे मैं मुझे बहुत सारी क्रिएटिंग क्राफ्टिंग आती है, हर फील्ड में मैं कुछ भी बना सकती हूँ। बट मेनली लोगों को गिफ्टिंग ज़्यादा पसंद है, तो मैं गिफ्टिंग में
Mm.
और बनाती हूँ क्राफ्ट्स।
A lot of your crafts and cards are so beautiful because they're so simple, right? And for you, why is simplicity so important?
So, actually, when I was kid and I watch YouTube videos and try to make something from watching videos, I feel really bad because that material, that fancy papers was not available in the market. So when I started YouTube channel, I decided that I will use simple and easy to available material so everyone can create after watching my videos. So that's why I keep things very simple and basic so everyone can enjoy and also try to make them by
Mm.
themselves. That's why I make simple crafts.
Does so it's definitely something that is appreciated, that is things are simple that people can make, that's not so complicated, and they don't have to get expensive materials either.
Yes.
But do you think it requires on your end a lot of effort to make sure that the projects are simple? That
Yes.
even the presentation for a viewer might be simple, but it might take a lot of effort to make sure that it looks so simple.
Yes, it took a lot of efforts, and I thought twice that how can I make it simple, as beautiful, and as a meaningful. So it took a lot of efforts.
Do you have to sometimes, in making sure that things stay simple, do you sometimes have to take some projects and say, no, no, I can't show that because it's too complicated or it's not simple enough?
Yes, there are some of the crafts which looks really great. So I try to explain in my YouTube tutorials how can it. There are a lot of crafts that they are really difficult. So I don't make that type of crafts in my videos because it will going to be more difficult for the audience as well.
Do you find yourself that you want to make those crafts? But
Yeah, I want to make everything, but
yeah,
I limit myself that this is not my field.
yeah.
Like home
So
decors, and there are a lot of things to create, and I really
right.
love to create a lot of things.
Yeah, yeah. So how do you make sure that you put those limits on yourself? Because for someone who likes to make everything, you can't make everything on you have to focus a little bit.
Actually, there are certain people who like the same things what I'm posting. If I post something different, they don't like it. Then I thought,
Mm,
let's leave it. If people are not liking it, but sometimes I post like I tomorrow I posted a Rangoli video that was
mm.
really good for me, but I think my audience doesn't like that Rangoli
Okay.
video.
That's difficult, right? Because, when you really love to create and make everything, you have to make sure that you're sharpening this a little bit and focusing a little bit, so that
What
you
audience
also,
like?
yeah, your audience likes it. You stay true to your audience, and that's also important. How I'm just thinking about this, but how do you deal now with mistakes and errors? How do you manage some of that?
Yeah, when I was younger, I feel really sad that I made this mistake. I have to make it again, and I leave it sometimes. But now I thought that mistakes are also leads more options, more creativity that I can make it more better. So
Mm,
now I just calm and repeat this if needed, or make it more. Try to make it more beautiful out of the mistake.
yeah, yeah. And sometimes, do you find that even showing the mistakes is an important part of the craft making process?
Yes, it's important that if I'm making the mistake here, the audience will also stuck there. So that is also important to show the mistake that this can also be happen with the audience too.
Yeah. Almost like a warning for them that when you're doing this, make sure that you
Yes,
you
make
also
sure.
don't duplicate the mistake. You have such a large and growing following online. I was thinking about this. How do you balance the work that you do so that it is appealing to both beginners and also to more advanced craft artists at the same time?
Yes, like on Instagram, I post matlab like there we can post only 1 minute video or like short videos. So in that I show only few steps like how can a artist can understand how it's made. But for beginners, I post long tutorials on my YouTube. So if there is
Mm.
beginner want to learn something, they can go to my YouTube channel and watch the full video and all the measurements I show there, what kind of materials I'm using. So I made both videos so everyone can understand and make that card, make that crafts.
Now, I'm in my 50s and I'm not a young person anymore, but I'm imagining that you must get people who are interested in this of all ages. And have you found that your listeners and or your viewers and your audience will share that, yes, I like this, but I'm a young person. I like this. I'm an old person. That you're getting an audience of all different ages and all different skill levels also?
Yes, yes, all type of all ages people like my crafts. Like there are a lot of ladies who are aged, but still they love crafting. They comment also. They message me that we love your crafts, and I see a lot of women and men too, young peoples and kids also. A lot of parents also message me that please create crafts for kids also. That's why I created a separate page for kids. So
Yeah.
they're all ages people who are watching my videos.
I think that's great, right? Because it's great for parents, it's great for grandparents, and not only is it good for their children if they're helping them, but they can actually learn some of these skills themselves. Especially for parents and even for anybody out there. We talked about how the projects are very simple, but why must it also be affordable? Why is affordability also so important to you and the work that you're showing?
Yeah, affordability is important because everyone can create this. If I will use expensive products that everyone can't afford, then what is the meaning of posting the videos? Because actually, this is a DIY video, do it yourself. So
Yeah.
people will do, then they have the material and cost friendly, like students. If anyone who don't have that much budget and they want to create something gift for their friends, their family, then it should be affordable so they can make it at home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, no, no. I understand, and otherwise it doesn't appeal to anyone that they can't just do it right there on the spot with the materials that they might have or the materials that they can easily find
Yes.
wherever. And many of your projects. One thing that I love about the projects is they involve a lot of motion and a lot of movement. And to me, it signals that there's each project has some element of change in them. And I especially like the Happy Diwali wheel or the matchstick Dasra image where you have Ram and Ravan. It almost feels like you're directing a movie and you're telling lots of stories. So when you approach each project, does it feel like you're telling a story with each project that you do?
Yes, there's a story on behind the every craft that what is showing. That's why I put the moment in the card that show the story of the card. Why I made this card. That's why I put motions in this all the
Yeah.
crafts.
Well, and even some of the greeting cards, right? They're not just a simple fold out and you have a message. It actually is some movement and some motion, and sometimes it is the dissolving or the burning of the paper, or sometimes it's even a little bit of movement, like the Diwali wheel. But are those really showing that there's going from one scene to another scene to a third scene? Is that kind of movement important when you're sharing a craft story?
Yes, actually, people enjoy the movement and craft. That's why I made a lot of my videos get 100 million views on that matchstick card, burning card.
Yeah.
So they enjoy. That's why I also enjoy to make moving cards. That's why I make that type of cards because I feel it's simple cards are boring nowadays. So some moving is important.
Yeah, no, definitely. Are you also someone who really likes movies and ads or commercials? Because again, same thing, right? There's always an element of surprise when you do these things.
Yeah, we really love movies and
Yeah. Well, do you want a lot of your crafts to affect people as almost like a surprise? Like they didn't expect that when they make the craft, or at least the person
yeah,
who's
that's why
enjoying
I
the
make
craft.
surprising cards. That is my category. On my
Yeah.
YouTube also, my surprising card got more viral than the simple one because simple
Yeah.
we seen everywhere. The surprising is most important.
Yeah.
That's why I plan every craft what I can do to surprise people.
Which is great. Yeah, which is really, really important. You know, the cards that you make, especially the ones that have those surprises, the technical aspect of each project requires so much planning and a lot of thought and a lot of skill. You know, is it in a way, like, do you think that math and engineering skills are important, especially to create art like this?
Yeah,
Because
maths is
not
very important.
yeah, not everybody says that, you know, well, maths and engineering skills are super important for art. And, you know, if you do art, you don't necessarily have to be good at math and engineering, but that may not be the case in your case, huh?
Yeah, maths is very important because measurements are very important. If there is a difference in any measurement, the card will not work. If it's a
Yeah.
moving card, it's a surprising card. The measurements are very important for this. But I explain the measurements in my tutorial, so people don't have to worry about the measurement. They just follow the instruction, and the card will become easily.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, do you find that people who are doing this work, especially like as you become more and more comfortable with it, that you get more comfortable with the math and the engineering part of this as well?
Yes.
Have you done any of your work also as not just online, but do you teach or do you show people how to do things in person also?
Not now because from past 6 months I tried to post tutorials, but that's why I make a team so they can post my videos on
Yeah.
YouTube. I want to make classes and all these things, but I'm trying to
Yeah.
managing all these things. I will do it in future. So make classes and personally, how can I teach people's like I really enjoy all these things.
I was going to say, is that a little bit different, right? Showing someone in person how to do this as opposed to creating something online on how to do this?
Yeah, both are different.
When you think of all of your crafts, right? I mean, they're for mostly joyous occasions, right? They're weddings and birthdays and festivals that are out there. And yet, you know, we know that that cards and crafts and art are important for all occasions. So, do you have ideas and crafts that are equally important for some of the not always joyous occasions, right? Sometimes the occasions are sad or they're more sobering or somber. Are some of your cards or crafts also equally important for those occasions too?
Oh, yeah. Right now I'm following the happy moments, but I never thought about the sad moments also. Cards are important. So I will also think about this. And this is a new idea from you that I can make sad cards also on the emotional side. I remember I made a sorry card. There was a customer who want a sorry card. Then I created that card for him and I
Yeah.
posted that card as well. So I think that is also an important thing for emotional purpose.
Is just different, right? I mean, like people want to have cards for every different kind of occasion, or at least a way to express themselves. So I wonder if that's yet another skill that you can show people on how to
Yes.
do that. What you know, you mostly use arts and crafts supplies that seem that people have are accessible, but are there different or new crafting materials that you're trying to explore in the future that may be useful to some of your audience as well?
In paper crafting, I have used a lot of things, but in different craft styles, like there are a lot of mainly like there are a lot of like clay art. I really
Hmm,
enjoy the clay art, but I think my audience will not like this. So there are
yeah.
a lot of crafting style I want to try in future. Maybe my audience will also enjoy that.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite medium that's not paper art that you would really like to explore? Clay, other types of fabric or textiles or anything like that?
I love to stitch also. I love to make home decor items from waste materials. There are a lot of things I want to try in future, but right now I can't.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, it's like for someone who enjoys crafting and doing all of these things, you have to kind of choose wisely and,
Uh,
you know, especially for your time. I'm wondering, you know, do for your family, for your husband, you know, and when you're actually just not doing something online, do you experiment a lot with some of the other materials or,
yeah, yeah,
you know,
sure.
yeah, what are some of the things that you try and do that don't necessarily make it to the online videos?
Well, right now I don't have time, but there are a lot of things I tried when I was not posting. Like past to from past 1 year, I'm posting constantly every day. But
Yeah.
last years, I stitch also. I draw some things. A lot of things I do when I have time. But like I
Hope
love mehendi or
yeah.
what I love makeup.
Yeah. I mean, right, the possibilities are endless, right? The rangoli,
Yes.
there's mehndi, there's stitch work, drawing and arts and painting. Sounds like you love all of these things.
Yeah, I love everything.
Yeah.
In crafting, like, handmade things, like
Right, right. So far, this journey has been one that you've been exploring and growing. And you have, like I said, just a amazing following out there. But what's been most surprising about doing this online? I mean, it's very hard work. You're quite busy. You have to, try and share and make new crafts every day or post videos online. But what's been most surprising for you in this kind of online crafting journey so far?
getting people's different type of reaction on my videos in DMs and comments that make me surprised at how much people loving my craft. I never thought that that much people will love my handmade crafts and little cards. So that is very surprising for me, and
Mm.
people just loving all the things, and they
Has
order also. That is also
yeah,
surprising.
has that part, have you had to learn some new skills that are not necessarily arts and crafts? I mean, you kind of have to learn how to run a business. You kind of have to learn how to manage a team.
Yeah.
Have those been things that you've also had to practice and grow as well?
Yeah, there are a lot of different things I'm trying right now. Like you said, managing teams and also the shooting part, editing part. Also, I have learned. I don't know in starting that how to edit when I started earlier.
Yeah, I mean, I know that some of that I've had to learn as well, and it's been a journey, but not something that I always thought I would do every day for sure. Every person is great at crafting, and not every person is great at editing videos, and not every person is great at running a team. But in
Yeah.
your case, you have to try and be great at all three of those things. So, how do you, in this case, right? You are the main driver of this and you're an artist. How do you delegate some of these skills to other people?
Actually, my husband's help in all these things. He's a businessman, so he talked to editor also, and the girls are in my team. They are helping, so we are work like friends. Like I explain them that how to make the cards, and they are also enjoy all these things. So I just hired that type of girl who enjoy the crafting as I enjoy. So they
Yeah,
are also learning and making the cards like how I make.
right,
So that's
right.
how I manage.
That sounds great. I mean, it sounds like part of it is just finding people who have the same vision and the same ideas, and they can
Yeah.
work together with you. For someone who is learning about you or watching some of your videos for the very first time, how do you want them to feel? Or what do you hope they say about you and your work once they've experienced one of your videos or seen one of your crafts online for the first time?
I think they should feel happy and think that, yes, I can also create this video. I can also create this craft. It's so easy. So I think they should feel like this. Like a lot of people comment that this is the perfect video. I find the only one now I can recreate this. So I
Yeah.
got that type of comments a lot of time because I explain things in on my YouTube tutorials. So they feel really happy to finding my channel that, yeah, this is the perfect where I can recreate things watching all the measurements and materials I gave instruction in the videos. So I think they feel happy after watching my videos.
Yeah, it seems like you have a real gift for also motivating people and giving them strength to try it at least. I think more than anything else, people are really finding that motivation and finding strength in becoming crafters themselves and really discovering a new skill or rediscovering a skill and making everyone so happy. Gayatri, thank you so much for joining us on Trust Me, I Know What I'm Doing. It was really a treat, and we wish you nothing but the best of luck going forward.
Thank you so much. I also really enjoy this session, questions, and thank you so much.
You're listening to Trust Me, I Know What I'm Doing. Stay tuned.